So the Lakers last night hammered the Cavs in Los Angeles. Now, Lakers didn't have Brandon Ingram. Cavs didn't have Kevin Love. So what does it mean, big picture? It doesn't mean anything big picture. But I do notice this on social media. I see it a lot. There's a certain satisfaction and a celebration every time LeBron loses. He's out of here, man. In the playoffs, they're not going to last. Going to lose again to the Warriors. Cavs are terrible. They're in big trouble, man. And LeBron, of course, sees this because he hangs out on social media a lot. You do get every time LeBron loses, it's pushing him to a better situation. That last night increases the chances he'll be in Houston or Philadelphia or Los Angeles. You do realize that if he chooses Houston to play with Clint Capella, James Harden, Chris Paul, and LeBron, they're going to kick your team's arse. You do realize if he goes to Philadelphia and plays with Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid and Dario Saric and Covington, they're going to then dominate the East. You do realize if he goes to Los Angeles and plays with Brandon Ingram and Paul George and Lonzo Ball and then LeBron James, they're going to be really, really good. If you're a LeBron hater and you love you some MJ, I don't have a problem with it. MJ's as dynamic as any American athlete I've ever seen. But you want LeBron to stay in Cleveland. They got no cap space. There's not much you can do with this roster. It's not attractive to free agents. And the Sixers are getting better, and the Celtics are getting Gordon Hayward back. If you don't like LeBron, you want him to believe, hey, man, I'm not going to go to Houston. I'm not going to Philadelphia. I'm not going to Los Angeles with new, young, exciting, dynamic players. I'm watching last night. Lakers come out west, went 0-2 against the Clippers and the Lakers. And I'm watching LeBron James, and he looks like a guy that could use a fresh start. The Lakers are playing well. They're 7-2 since the All-Star break in the West. Lonzo's emerged. Brandon Ingram appears to be a really good player. They've got a ton of cap space. It's young guys that are fun to play with. The crowd is energized. He and Paul George, is it outrageous to think he was watching that thinking, it would be kind of fun to be part of? I got 2 homes here. A couple of weeks ago, they played Philadelphia. Philadelphia clobbered him. Do you think LeBron watched Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid, Dario Saric, and Covington and thought, man, you put me on that roster? Whoo! You'd think when they played Cleveland with Clint Capella and Chris Paul and James Harden, LeBron doesn't think, man, you know what I would do to this roster? Like, if you hate LeBron, last night is not good for you because he's going to have a multitude of options. And in my opinion, they've all got more cap space, more youth, more dynamic futures, and star players. Cleveland doesn't have any of that, especially since Kevin Love is hurt. Here's LeBron after last night's loss to the Lakers in Los Angeles.
Is it at all easier to accept these losses knowing this is not your team a month from now?
No. Accept losses? No. I'll never accept a loss. It's not in my DNA.
Well, you better start getting it in your DNA because Cleveland doesn't have cap space. They've got an owner that's overpaid for players. Tristan Thompson's not worth half of what he's making. So, again, you can root against LeBron, and he'll read it. But you do realize, A, he's going to have options, and Philly, Houston, and Los Angeles would be really, 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 really good if you added LeBron James and maybe another piece. These people that are like getting joyful over LeBron leaving. The Sixers roster with LeBron, scary. Houston's roster with LeBron, scary. Lakers roster with LeBron and Paul George, interesting. Like, I'm watching that last night, and I come to this. Cavs have no cap space. This is a bunch of flat tires been replaced by spare tires. LeBron doesn't seem happy. You can keep rooting for LeBron to lose, but when he goes out west, hangs out in his Brentwood mansion, and watches the young Lakers, and he's thinking, these guys are having fun.
Yeah.
They're like 7-2 in the West since the All-Star break. I do think LeBron watched that last night and thought, oh, I could play here.
I don't think there's any question. You look at what Luke has done with Julius Randle.
Yes.
Right? Now, look, people fall in love with the stats. Julius Randle still does a ton of dumb stuff.
Yeah.
You struggle to find a spot for him on a playoff team. Where is he going to start?
Right.
Because he's really become a small ball 5. But Luke has done a great job with Julius and helping Julius make a ton of money, likely elsewhere. So I don't think that's blind to LeBron. I do think he's having fun because there is no pressure on him. They're not good. They're not better defensively. My takeaway continues to be, I still think the Cavs probably get there, but I'm not completely convinced. And I'm pretty sure the Warriors get there, but with Steph Curry's ankle, I think the playoffs are actually going to be more competitive this year than we ever would have thought to start the year. But as far as LeBron leaving, I don't see what you stay for in Cleveland unless you feel like you want to continue to be surrounded by young players and get only credit when you do well and no blame when you do bad. That's what he's getting with this Cleveland team. No one is saying, wait, why aren't they better? Why aren't they more locked in defensively? Why haven't they shown improvement now they've been together longer? We haven't seen it. They're not getting worse, but they're definitely not getting better at the defensive end.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.